I just turned 21. I've been a truck driver for 3 years. I work, you know, anywhere from 6 hour days to 14 hour days. I don't know. I never know. But I've been hitting the gym, consistently after work for the last 3 years. Even though I've been tired, I've still, sometimes I go to the gym and I go run after like a 14-hour day, right? So I hate when people say they don't have time. They just are making an excuse, right? And I want to show you kind of like the main three things that I focus on to make sure that I actually stay like locked in, hit the gym, I eat healthy, I eat, stay on my meal plan. And it's really simple, bro. I used to almost be 300 pounds as well, over like 5 years ago, around there. I used to be 260, 270 pounds. I lost 100 pounds and I've kept it off, right? And I've used the same principles that I use to, lose the weight and keep it off, into my, while I'm working full time, 60-hour weeks, 50-hour weeks, 70-hour weeks, whatever, bro. So, number one, when I wake up, the first thing that I do is I have a solid morning routine, okay? And I post it every single day on my Instagram. You could go down in the link below, go follow me, go follow along. So pretty much every single morning when I wake up, I make sure that I give myself like at least 30 minutes to an hour. I don't know what your schedule is like. I don't know if you might start like early as hell and it's just gonna be a little hard to give yourself that much time. But like I clock in at 6, right? But I like to wake up like around 4 to 5 a.m. And I have like this little morning routine every single morning. I post it every single morning, right? I wake up, I go to my coffee machine, I make some coffee, right? And then straight after that, I go to my supplement drawer. I take all my daily supplements, right? For my morning supplements, right? And, I drink some water, I rehydrate, some electrolytes as well. Just get my brain juices flowing, right? You were asleep all day, all night. You're gonna be dehydrated. I just like to get my supplements in because it gives me this little signal to my brain that it's like I'm winning. It's like a win for like first thing I do when I wake up is I stack a little win, right? Just take my supplements, right? Straight after that, I come sit down right here where I'm at right now, and I either read a little bit of the Bible or but regardless, I pray every single morning. So I'll sit here and I pray, and straight after that, right, I'll journal. So that's my little morning routine. And before I go to work, I take a nice cool shower. To like I go in there, bro, and I just turn it as cold as I can. I just turn off my brain because I know that's the last thing I want to do in the morning is hop in a fucking cold shower, right? I literally turn on my heater before I hop in the cold shower because I hate the cold. I turn on my heater. I have heated floors in my bathroom, right? So I turn those both on. I'll hop in there for like at least a minute. I'll rub my eyes with the cold water, let it run down my face, down my back until I wake up, bro. Until I feel like I really woke up. And that little morning routine makes sure that like I just prime my brain. Like I'm having this moment to reconnect with myself, right? Because I feel like we never like, especially us men that work full time. You might have like a family, you might have kids, a wife. Like I live with my girl too, so there's no excuses, right? I wake up, I do this morning routine. I know how hard it is to wake up, being next to your girl, right? And you just want to stay in bed because it's cozy. But no, I force myself out of bed because I know if I don't give myself this time in the morning, I'm gonna be overwhelmed for the rest of the day. I'm gonna be so anxious for the whole day. I'm gonna let anything that happens will just get under my skin that much easier, right? And like it's just reconnecting with yourself, right? I wake up, I pray, I think about what I have to do. I think about what I have to do to, grow as a person. I don't let my job take over my whole life, right? I feel like a lot of people, that's the biggest mistake a lot of people make is letting their job like overconsume them and be their whole life, bro. Like I said, this is why even after my 14-hour long shifts, I still go to the gym, right? And I'm gonna show you my routine after work. Well, I'm just gonna run you through my routine after work when I'm tired as fuck to get me out of the door like super fast, right? So I'll get into that, right? But that's why I don't let my job overtake my life, because I still come home. I go to the gym. Sometimes I even go run after, and I go to this park like 15 minutes from my house. And when I run there at night, it's like a 3 mile loop, but it's like kind of like in the downtown area. It's like so beautiful, bro. There's a big lake. And when I'm running, I'm just like, fuck this. Like, I'm not gonna live like this forever. Like, I'm not gonna be a slave to my job forever, right? And like I'm starting now. I have the mindset now. Like, this is why I enjoy my life still to this day, right? I don't just go work and be miserable and come home and like complain about my life. I go and do some shit about it, right? I try to do some shit to change my situation, right? I don't let my job be the main focus of my, it's like a side quest in my head. It's like a side mission, right? I go to work just to get paid. I don't see it as like, yes, it's a career, like I have my CDL, but like, it's just a side mission, bro. It's just, I feel like it's so surface level. That's like just to pay the bills, bro. Like, that's not, like, I take it seriously, obviously. I do my best at it. I'm good at it in my job, but I just, when I get off of my shift, my day just started. That's like the mentality I have, right? So when I come home, bro, this is number two. When I come home, this is like, wait, number one, I forgot totally. So in the morning, I also pack my lunch, right? You have to pack your lunch, bro. And when I make my coffee, I make a double espresso, right? And I pack my lunch. I make sure it's high protein. I make sure it's whole foods, and I make sure it's single ingredient, right? So you can see it on my Instagram, like I said, I post it every day. It's just beef, potatoes, some pico, some Greek yogurt that acts like sour cream, and some avocado, right? And I don't have my first meal until like, I wake up like at 4 or 5. I don't have my first meal until like 12, right? And that coffee pushes me over, and I'm so busy that I don't even have time to think about eating, right? Until like lunch. And I have like all my coworkers will stop. All my coworkers like to stop and get like burritos and shit, or like get like some bullshit snacks. But you just have to learn how to say no, how to control yourself, bro. And I'm just really not hungry in the morning, right? Because I just prefer to just use that time to reconnect with myself, and try to just like set myself up for success for the whole day, right? Instead of just eating in the morning. So I have a double espresso. I pack my lunch, and I put like 4 waters in there, and I put a diet soda in there because I like to drink diet soda. That's like my little, it scratches my itch. Diet soda has no calories, so that's like my little itch scratcher right there. That's like the fat kid inside of me wanting some soda with my food. So I allow myself, right? And now that I got that out the way, let's say I come home from a long ass shift, and so that hold on, that lunch that I packed, that's pretty much the only meal that I have all day. So I eat at 12, and I'll get off like, who knows, maybe I'll get off at 6 p.m., 4 p.m., 2 p.m., whatever. I come home, bro. Right when you walk, like literally when I walk inside that door, when I take my boots off, it's dangerous, because I feel like when you come home and you take your boots off, I feel like your brain registers that it's like time to rest, it's time to relax, it's time to unwind. So when I come home, you can see this shit on my story every single day. I come home, I take my boots off right here, and the first thing that I do is have like a pre-workout snack, right? And I just did this today, but I have some extra time because I just had a meeting today. I didn't have work, so I'm recording this video. This is the same exact routine that I just did, right? I come home, I usually have like 3 bananas and some honey before my workout, right? And then I have a pre-workout drink to get, because obviously I'm gonna need the energy. I've been working all day long, and I need some extra caffeine, some extra motivation right here, right? And I eat my snack, drink this. This is literally the first thing that I do every single day. Every single time I come home from work, this is take my boots off. I'm in the kitchen right now. Get my 3 bananas, my honey, consume all that while I'm sitting right here at my desk, right? I have my laptop right here. I sit down and I study, right? While I'm doing this shit, right? I study. I'm working on my business, right? When I come home. Yes, I say hi to my girl, whatever. But look, after I eat this and drink this, Drink some more electrolytes so like I'm hydrated. You could also just have electrolytes or a pre-workout that doesn't have caffeine if you have struggle sleeping. But at this point, I'm just kind of immune to it, so I just deal with it. And I go to the bathroom, right? I have this Alexa that'll play some music, so I just tell her to play some music, right? I'm not gonna do it right now because like I don't want to get this video copyright strike or whatever. I I I hop in the shower while this is digesting, right? I'm playing music. I'm just hyping my brain up, right? To get in this mindset of like, we're still going, we're still going. Like, I don't ever come home, sit down on the couch. I don't ever come home and lay down because I don't, like, especially if you're fat, especially if you haven't reached the goals where you're like, especially if you're not where you want to be, right? And I can even argue that it's harder for me to stay on track because I'm already in shape, right? I already am where I want to be for the most part, right? I still want to get more jacked or whatever, but I could argue that it's harder for me, right? Because I could just be like, oh, I could take this day off because it's not going to affect me that much. It's like I'm already where I want to be with my weight and my physique, whatever. So I can argue it's even harder for me. So I have to dig. I feel like I have to dig even deeper, bro, because you have all the motivation. You're like fat still, right? You're probably out of shape. You probably feel like shit. Like that should be all the motivation you need. When you look down, you look like shit, right? I look down like I'm happy with what I look like, right? I can see my abs. I can see bicep veins, right? When I don't even have a pump, right? So I have to like dig deeper than you, right? I have to come home. I go through the same shit as you, bro. I have to fight that fucking fat kid mentality that I grew up with my whole life, right? You could go see what I used to look like on my Instagram, like I said. And you know, like I take a shower, I wash the day off. I imagine myself like if some bullshit happened at work, if I got pissed off, if I had a bad day, I wash the day off. I'm listening to some good music. I leave that shit at the door. Like the other day, like yesterday, bro, when I was coming home from work. This is a good example, good ass example. I'm coming home from work. I already had a long day at work, right? Just dealing with some BS. And, you know, just my managers being some dickheads and, you know, just driving far as fuck all day. And I'm hungry. I'm driving home and, you know, I'm kind of driving fast. So in the street that's usually empty and like I have my glasses on and my car's tinted, right? So I can't really see this black, you know, car. It's a cop. And I pass him going 50. I think I was going like 15 to 35. He pulls me over, bro. And you know, I could have used that as an excuse to have it like fuck up my day. I could have came home, argued with my girl. I could have been mad at the world. I could have just been like in this pissy ass like bad mentality. I could have been in a bad mood when I came home, you know, taking out on my girl. But instead, I used it to just feed the fire of my, you know, okay, fuck this. Like I'm gonna go have a good ass lift. I'm not gonna let it fuck my day over, right? And this is where the morning routine comes in, right? Because when I do my morning routine, I'm like in this calm state. I feel in control of the whole day. No matter what comes, you know, to me, no matter what comes my way in the day, I still, like, I feel like I'm in control, right? And if I can't control something, well, it's out of my control, right? But I feel like I'm so much more less anxious. I'm so much more in control. I feel like I don't get overwhelmed as much. Nothing gets under my skin. And like I have this mentality of like the day just started when I get off of work, right? And that's why I handled when I got pulled over, I was just like, I didn't even care, bro. I have my CDL. You know, when I get points on my license, that could fuck up my license, right? And that's my career right now. And like I was like, fuck it, like you shouldn't have been speeding. It's okay. I was just thinking to this in my head, right? To myself in my head. I pull over, roll on my windows down. I was like, fuck it, man. Like whatever happens, happens. Like, you know, I have to learn from my mistakes. And like, I'm not gonna let it ruin my day. I'm gonna just hope that he's cool about it. He was pretty cool about it. He gave me a ticket. It was only $100, but you know, I got 4 points on my license, on my CDL, right? And that could have fucking tore me up for the rest of the day. I could have been, you know, come home yelling at my girl, mad as fuck at everything. But I just learned how to channel that shit. You have to learn how to use all the bullshit, right? And save it and channel it for shit that you actually need, right? So I come home, I do my little routine, right? I'm washing the day off, but I still have like this anger in me, right? I'm washing the day off, I leave it behind me, listening to good music. I put on a nice outfit, right? Put on a nice outfit that I feel good in. I smell good. You know, obviously I'm gonna want to go to the gym and I'm gonna want to perform well. You look good, you feel good, you're gonna perform well, right? That's my mindset every single day. Doesn't matter. I pretty much go to the gym every single day. Even on my rest days, it's like this itch that I have to scratch every single day, right? And it doesn't matter how long I worked. It doesn't, like, I've had days where I've got to the gym like at 11 p.m., 10 p.m., midnight. I haven't, like, I come home, sometimes I only sleep 3 hours, 4 hours, and I'm just on go mode, right? It doesn't matter. I don't skip it. This has allowed me to stop skipping the gym, because there'll be times where I'll be like, all right, fuck it, I could just take this day off. Like, I could just wind down here. When I come home, I could just wind down a little bit. You know, I could scroll on my phone a little bit. I deserve it. But no, bro, that's how you fall back into your old habits. You have to, like, especially if you're fat and you're not anywhere near where you want to be, you have to stay rolling. You have to keep the ball rolling. You have to earn the right to wind down until, like, you know, you're supposed to go to the gym. You know, you have to do cardio still. So you don't get to relax until you're done for the day, right? And keep in mind, I haven't really ate. So, like, eating whole foods, right? I feel like it helps me stay full. Like, I used to just eat like shit and it would make me feel like shit, right? But that's why I preach single ingredient, whole foods, high protein, just healthy foods, right? They make me feel good. They always keep me on my toes. I feel like I always have energy after working 14, 16-hour days. And I have like a physically demanding job. Yes, I'm a truck driver, but I'm also a crane operator, and I do rooftop deliveries, bro. So it's just like a super intense, like stressful, physically demanding job, right? I'll put it on my Instagram story too, bro. And it's just like, I come home tired, mentally tired, physically tired. And like, using the cop shit, when I got pulled over the other day, you know, I did my routine, right? I got home, ate 3 bananas, drink some pre-workout, and took a shower, listened to music, got a nice outfit on, look good, feel good, smell good. And then I went to the gym, bro. I had one of the best lifts ever. Like, I always continuously do that. I have the best lifts ever when the most shit happens in the day. I don't let it turn me down, bro. I add it to, like, it's like saving it and, you know, pulling it out later when, like, when I have no energy in the gym, when I don't have any desire to go work out, when I'm like so low motivation, I'm like, fuck it. Like, then I let that shit come out from earlier. I'm like, fuck it, bro. Like, fuck that cop. Like, fuck what happened. Like, fuck my boss for doing this. And like, I have like this endless amount of motivation because it's like memory stored, right? But I learned how to use it in the right way to push me forward. I don't come home and like take it out on my girl. I don't take it out on, you know, I don't take it out on road rage coming home. Like, I just stay calm, right? And I go and I have a great lift because, you know, like, it starts from the morning, right? In the morning, I'm stacking all these wins. You can see it every day on my Instagram story, right? Stacking all these wins in the morning. And, you know, I'm eating healthy. I eat like pretty much a big healthy meal at work, right? And I come home, I have 3 bananas because they have a good amount of carbs in them. It's gonna give me good energy to work out. And, you know, this is gonna make me feel hyped up, right? Like, I'm doing this shit right now. I'm about to go to the gym after this, right? And, you know, after that, you know, after I hit my workout and I do some cardio, I do like 30 minutes of cardio. Like, throughout the whole day, like, I've gotten 10,000 steps. I still do 30 minutes of cardio. I'm trying to get shredded for the summer right now, right? So I'm like you know, you can imagine when I get to the gym, I'm already pretty much at 10,000 steps for the day. You know, I've been eating healthy. You know, I still have a bunch of, you know, I get hungriest at night, right? So that's why I also fast and, you know, I don't eat that much because I'm really not that hungry until like nighttime. And when I hit the gym, you know, I went through my whole day. After work, I hit the gym, I did cardio. Sometimes when it's not too late, I like to go and run, bro. I'm just like, I go to the gym, I come back home, put my running shoes on, and I tell my girl, like, I'm gonna go run, I'll be back. I just have like some more electrolytes, another banana, and I go fucking run because like I'm just that's how I deal with like the anger, bro. Like I'm still mad as fuck from the day, right? So like when I'm running, like this 4 mile loop, whenever I feel like stopping, I'm just like fuck that. Like I need to go get everything myself. Like I just have like this mindset like of like fuck that. Like I mean like when I'm running and I don't feel like running anymore, I'm just like I have if you ever read like I heard David Goggins say this shit, bro. You have to win the split second decisions, right? I have every like second I could decide to quit, but instead every second I just decide to pull shit out that pissed me off, that ticked me off. I pull shit out and I burn it. Like I use it as fuel to motivate me to keep running, right? And I'll set a PR, running the 4 mile loop. I'll post it on my fucking Instagram. I'll PR like a 4 mile loop after a 12-hour day, a full gym session, and after like 10,000 steps already in the bank, I'll still go and run that loop. I'll PR it. Like I'll run it as fast as I was. Like I don't always PR it, but like when I'm just in that fucking mode, like I'm pissed and I'm literally thinking to myself like I have to go get this shit on my own. Like I have to, like no one's coming to save me. Like you might think it's corny, bro, but like that shit really pushes you, and like that's how you have to operate, bro. That's how you have to operate. Stop being a victim and use that shit to like feed, like you, instead of like shit coming at you, bro. Like imagine it like this, right? Like when I got pulled over, like there's some, like it's coming right, it's like coming to hit me in my face, right? But like I just dodge it, bro. And like instead, like I ride like the wave, like I ride the wave, like I dodge it and I get behind it and I use it to push me the same way I was going. Instead of it hitting me, like I use it to like, I'll grab onto it and I'll keep it like pushing, right? I don't have like this victim mentality. And I come home after all that, and then that's when I have my big ass meal. Still high protein. It's still whole food. It's still single ingredient, like no BS, no seed oils. Like, for example, like I would come home and I have some more beef. I had some more potatoes, maybe some beef and rice, and some like 4 eggs, some more Greek yogurt, and then like a protein shake on top of all that shit, bro. That's when I just get the most hungry. So I just make sure I'm in a calorie deficit. I'm eating single ingredient, high quality whole foods, and I'm still hitting my protein goal, like 200 grams of protein every single day. That's how I do it, bro. I don't, pull over at the gas station and get some BS snacks. Like I just drink coffee in the morning, drink water. I don't starve myself because I'm dead ass not hungry. I only get hungry mostly at night after working out and shit. That's when I get to wind down. I sit down, I eat, my girl's right here, and that's when I get to wind down. I enjoy myself a little bit more, and I literally, before bed, I sit here and I write what I have to do for the next day, and I repeat it, and that's how I stay locked in, bro. That's how I fight the fat kid deep rooted inside of me, right? And I still enjoy myself, bro. Like the other night, my mom like I just moved out to this apartment, right? But my mom visited. She moved out of state, but she visited my old house, right, where my brother lives, and she made a home cooked meal for me. And I'm not gonna just like, I don't know how long my mom's gonna be here, right? God forbid something happens. I'm not gonna, just for being locked in, I'm not gonna turn down her, her home cooked meal. So I ate her home cooked meal, but like I didn't, like I just swapped, like usually what I eat here after a full day, I just swapped it, right? So I ate her home cooked meal and I just had like a protein shake, right? I didn't think too much of it, right? And I still I'm still in a calorie deficit, right? Because I didn't eat all, like I ate once, I fasted in the morning, I had some bananas before the gym, and that's how, you can still balance it, right? Like there's a balance to it, right? And once you learn how to balance that shit and learn how to manipulate your body and food and how your body just reacts to shit. Like yesterday I ate like a home cooked meal, like Mexican food, right? And it didn't affect me, bro. If anything, I still lost fat because I knew, like, I had 10,000 steps already. I went for a run. I hit the gym. It's not gonna fucking affect me, right? I still enjoy my diet. I still enjoy myself. Like this weekend, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, I'm gonna have a action-packed weekend with my family. I'm gonna enjoy myself, but I know how to do it in a way that will not affect me, right? And that just comes with building credit on your building good credit with your body, bro. Once you get in shape, once you build muscle, once you have good habits, once you learn about food, once you learn how to manipulate food and how it reacts to your body, that's when you can start enjoying yourself. The whole reason you're trying to get in shape is so you can enjoy yourself guilt-free and, you know, without it doing anything to your body, right? That's why I got in shape. That's a big reason, a big perk of being in shape, right? It's like someone with good credit, right? Someone with a lot of money, they probably have good financial habits, good credit habits. They could splurge whenever they want and it won't affect them, right? It's the same thing with fitness, right? Go follow my Instagram, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.